I was quite devastated by the events of the last 1 week. The polls, and considering that we have spent so much on getting it right, even for nearly 4 years we've been planning, and for us to see that all the plans, just went to naught. I mean, it's rather painful because we have spent billions of naira just to ensure that we get it right. And this same method, modus operandi, is what obtains in developed countries, and they are doing well. So why is it that in the hands of an African man, we always look for a way to circumvent? I mean, it's really not good. We should try as much as possible to live up to the age. This is the internet age. This is the age where we should be able to prove to the world that we can actually, compete favorably with any other country outside, out there. But we are showing ourselves like we really are not independent. That we must, for INEC to work, are we saying that we should employ foreigners to run INEC as a body? I mean, that says that we are telling the world that we are not of age. I mean, we got INEC officials, train them with our hard-earned money, and they go there and do things upside down. I mean, even if people were trying to rig, let me say contestants, if INEC stood its grounds and said this is the way it must go, nothing would happen. I mean, I kept saying to myself, what is in, go there, pick your ballot, do your fingerprint, and drop it in the box, and go your way. I mean, without even any effort, we expect things to go freely because the beavers is there to do all the calculations, uploading and all that. People have been trained, and we just found out these things didn't work out fine. I think it shouldn't be a source of discouragement to anybody. Rather, it should bring out people who are bent on making the path straight. I think I'm more invigorated. I'm not chickening away. I am resolved to do the right thing. And doing the right thing means that you don't run away, because he who runs away lives to fight another day. So why run away? Stay and stand your ground and say this is how it should go. And I think the problem we have in this country is that we don't have a penal system that works. Because anybody who is involved in malpractices, by the time, a number of them are jailed, and people are no sacred cow, even for those people who are behind the scene, prodding these people to do it, if you are revealed to be somebody who has participated in it, whether remotely or directly, and you are punished, you are jailed, I mean, it will stop. It's just because, we treat these things with kids' gloves. I expect that all reports of INEC officials who have indulged in malpractices in the field should be punished. There must be conditions spelled out before they even took the job, conditions of service. If you do this, this is the penalty. Penalty should hold. We don't even expect it to take time. So sometimes we treat things, gloss over things, because we believe that by the time you make 2 or 3 calls, somebody will tell you, still action. I mean, that shouldn't happen. The hastiness with which they announced that result, if that same hastiness is applied to punishing people who have, done such malpractices, I think we'll be getting somewhere. Up to this point, we've not heard that anybody has been arraigned, anybody has been locked up, has been arrested. Even if anybody was arrested, if you go and check, he would have been released. So I think we should call a spade a spade. That is where we are. Service. I knew that at my level, having reached the peak of my career as a professor, I told myself that it is time for me to give back to society, especially my own state. So that gave me the inspiration to go in for this position. And I know that the only way to be relevant is to be part of the people who make things happen, who make the laws. And so I decided that I must give back to my society, and Delta State is my origin. So it shouldn't surprise anybody. I mean, I don't want posterity to judge me. You are a professor, and so what? What did you do with it? So all the experience I've garnered over the years, I want to bring it back home and use it to develop my state, use it to ensure that things are done appropriately. As I keep saying, education is the key. And I have been in the world of education, and I think that this is the time for me to show how education can be used to facilitate nation building. Women in politics. I mean, I have often said to people who care to listen that there are just two species of the human being, man and a woman. And everything that there is that has been created is created for a purpose. Man and woman must complement one another for coexistence to be perfect. And God himself gave us that injunction. When he created Adam, he created Eve and said he was providing him a helpmate. So politics will be incomplete if women are not involved, because politics is about developing human beings, and you need the two species to think together to be able to provide facilities that will be used by both.